Hey there, and welcome back to a special episode of JRC TV. Today we're going to be focused on a game-changing subject that will absolutely transform your relationships when fully applied, and that topic is...
Are you present?
The coolest thing happened today. I gotta share it with you.
Okay.
Are you listening?
Yeah. Are you present?
Are you
Yeah.
Do you have a sec? Can I share this with you? Mm-hmm. It's really important.
Okay. Are you present? Presence. First, we're going to talk about a woman's point of view on what presence means to females.
Then, we're going to take a moment to learn what a man's perspective on presence is and how it fully applies and makes him feel. Not only that, we're then going to break down into 3 actionable items you can immediately apply to ensure
that you're present in all your relationships. Don't forget to grab today's download on the blog. It's going to have 2 additional steps to make sure you are fully present in every relationship.
So enjoy today's episode. Let's get started.
Alright, so presence for a woman means that you're there more than just physically. You're there mentally and emotionally and connecting with her.
We know for the most part that men can only focus on one thing. And so even if they're standing right next to us physically, they may be present per se, but if they are mentally not there or emotionally not there, they're kind of checked out. Maybe they're, who knows, on their phone or checking their email or watching TV. We know that they're not completely present with us, more so than physically, but mentally and emotionally. And that's very important because to be present with a woman, physically, mentally, and emotionally means that we feel more secure. We feel safe, we feel protected, we feel seen, heard, loved, and respected. And that's incredibly important. So when you're not present with a woman, she's going to feel like there's something else that is more important than her. She's not going to feel very safe, secure. She's not probably going to feel seen, heard, loved, or appreciated. And it's pretty important to make her feel like that.
So to me as a man, what presence means is regardless if you're giving someone advice, if you're sharing a special moment with them, a dinner, whether you're giving them a gift, whether you're holding them or touching them or holding their hand, regardless of what you're sharing with them, what kind of moment, presence is when you feel that they're acknowledging that moment, they're appreciating it, and they're really connecting. And so what does it mean to have that presence to a man? It's so important. It makes you feel like you're literally on top of the world, like you're the most important person in that person's world in that moment, and it makes you feel so proud. It makes you feel honored to be able to share regardless of what you're sharing, and it really makes you feel at a deep level like what you're doing or what you're saying or who you're being in that moment matters. What does it feel like when you don't have that kind of presence from someone? Oof, that's a tough one. It honestly makes you feel as a man like you don't matter. Like everything you're saying doesn't mean anything. It's not being valued. It's certainly not being appreciated and not being respected to any sense. And it makes you feel like, why am I even here and what's the point? So now, those 3 special steps of how to instantly become more present. Let's start with number 1.
So the first one is to identify when presence is most important in your life. And while we want it all day, every day, all the time, it's important to really figure out when is the most important time. It could be a certain part of your day, it could be certain topics of life, but you decide when it's most important to you so that you can share that with the people closest to you.
Number 2, this is where, in order to become present and to ask presence from someone else, you have to be doing it yourself, for yourself. Now, how does that work? For a man and woman, it's a little bit different. For men, it's something called fire gazing, where you sit in silence thinking of nothing. For women, it's the ability to
fill up. You want to be in tune and in touch with everything in your environment and truly fill up and take it all in.
Exactly. So how do you do that? We'll give you a simple way right now. Try this. Take a deep breath and become very present to the feeling of that breath entering and exiting your body. Not only that, look around the room and become present to all the sights, the sounds, the feelings, the emotions. Be present to everything you can experience, but do it one at a time so you really experience each sense as you switch from one to the other. Now, as you become more present to your senses and your surroundings, you then want to practice this in step number 3 for another person.
So the third step is to really practice being present with others.
Now, how you do that is by taking that exact same process of becoming present to all of your own senses, but now become present to someone else's experience of life. Become present to how fast their heart beating, what their breath is like. Is it a fast breath or a slow breath? Is it a deep breath or a shallow breath? Become present to the tension of their body. Become present to their words. Become present to the sound, the vibration of their words. The more you can become present to every ounce and particle and noise and vibration of who they are as a being, the more present you will be for them.
But be cool about it.
Obviously, don't be a complete creeper.
But really understand what it is that they're saying and be fully there and aware.
And obviously, set this up in advance. Don't go follow people around and just be randomly present to them, even though that's a nice compliment. Set it up in advance. Go find a partner this week and set a time where you choose for 5, 10, 20 minutes to be present for each other, 100,000% present in all of who you are for them. Now, there's a few extra tips on presence in our download, so make sure you download today's special guide and use those 5 special steps to become instantly more present. Now, we both hope that you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, find someone who you feel needs to be more present in their life and share it with them.